Hello, this is Taha.
This is Anaina.
This is Movie Masala.
And we're here to yap at you about films we've watched recently.
And today we're doing
Nadania.
पिया तुम हमें बताओ प्यार क्या है
प्यार
Oh, forget it. Anyone? Arjun. प्यार क्या है?
प्यार एक अरेंजमेंट है.
Oh my god, I don't think any film has gotten an introduction like with that much vitriol.
Okay, so first of all, I just really like to comment. I love how I've gone from talking about these weird, small, artsy films that no one has fucking ever heard of. And then I get left to like my own devices with no assignments to do or anything. And I watch the shittiest, crappiest films of all time. And honestly, I love that because it just means I get to be as hateful as I want. And I feel like I need to be hateful in my life
It
sometimes.
feels like you're decoding yourself, like you're deprogramming yourself from artsy cinema. I was like, I need to watch the worst thing made for the like most general, lowest common denominator.
And honestly, Nadania is not even that. I don't know why it was made. So for context, Nadania is the latest Bollywood release on Netflix, and it stars Nepo Baby Central, Khushi Kapoor, Ibrahim Ali Khan, and then it stars Influencer Central, with like a bunch of these influencers who like blew up in and around COVID time and a bit before, like Apurva Makhija, Agastya Shah, etc., etc. And then it also has veteran actors like Tia Mirza and Jugal Hansraj and Archana Puran Singh,
Okay.
who are like pillars of Bollywood.
Yeah.
But basically, that's because this film is produced by Dharma, or Dharma's like newer version, which is Dharmatic Entertainment,
Okay.
which is the production company owned and run by Karan Johar and co family, and they are known for being Nepo Baby Central.
Yes.
Which does not make this film a surprise. But again, I want to know who greenlit this fucking film, because the basic premise of this film is, and again, I will say this repeatedly, I am a huge proponent of rom-coms.
Yes.
Fucking love them.
Yes. Famously.
Bollywood, stop screwing them over. I know you can do good ones. I have watched Khoobsurat. I have watched Shandar. They are brilliant. Don't screw me over.
They keep drawing you in, and you also just keep falling for the bait.
Okay, all right. Let me. I knew Nadania was bad.
Okay.
It has received the worst social media reviews I have ever seen.
Yikes.
Because the plot is that it is basically fake dating, rich, spoiled brat girl, hard-working, not poor, but middle class-ish implied boy, and basically rich girl played by Khushi Kapoor. Not even going to say the character's name because of how insignificant they are. But basically, Khushi Kapoor's character pays Ibrahim Ali Khan's character to be her boyfriend, just so her best friends, who she's been friends with for like ages, think she's dating a guy who she's not dating, but one of them likes. Basically, shitty high school stuff. And once again, I would live for shitty high school stuff if it was done well. Neither is this movie written well, or is it acted well, nor is the music good, nor is the editing good, nor is the production good. I want to know who the fuck gave this film money. And Netflix, stop it, drop it, and let it roll away.
I feel you have like a vendetta. You're going to march into those Netflix offices and be like, who is doing this? I need names.
Honestly, if I could, I would. And I would have an army behind me if the sole purpose was this film. Right? Okay, I'm going to start with the acting because I can't. So Khushi Kapoor is the son of Sridevi, Bollywood icon.
Legend,
right? And I do not want to evoke Sridevi, may she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. But Khushi Kapoor should not be acting because she can't. She just can't. She needs to find another thing to do because whatever she is doing when she is in front of a camera, she needs to stop it. She debuted with another Nepo baby film called The Archies, and she was bad in that. She was talking through her teeth in that. Literally, I have not seen her teeth open while she was speaking in that film. She opened her teeth in this film, which, made her enunciate better. But everything else was much worse. So honestly, I would rather she go back to keeping her mouth closed.
Yikes. I love what this podcast is turning into.
No, I'm getting to Ibrahim Ali Khan. Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't
men
worry.
also keep your mouth closed.
Ibrahim Ali Khan is the son of Saif Ali Khan. And he needs to stop it as well. This is, I think, his debut.
Okay.
And I wish he didn't. I'm sure his dad is rich enough to find him something else to do. They are literally nawabs.
He should be a consultant.
Exactly. No, they're literally nawabs. This man does not need to do anything, which terrifies me because that means acting is something he genuinely likes.
This is so mean.
I don't care about how mean I'm being because it's nothing these people haven't heard before. And I don't want to shit on like someone's personality or someone's character.
No, you are purely shitting on ability.
Exactly. I am purely shitting on ability. And I'm not doing this from a place of, I actually studied film, so I know what good acting is. No, I acted. I have acted. Not in front of a camera, but I know what acting is like.
Yeah.
I have done proper acting classes, acted in front of people multiple times as a child.
Yes.
So I do know what acting is meant to look like.
Yeah. Like even as I have studied film, I also do know what acting looks like.
Exactly. Like even if you do just study film, you know what acting is supposed to look like.
Even if you say, I have watched in the past year 100 films, I can at least discern good acting from bad acting.
Exactly. And so I think for 90% of the population who watched Nadania, and mind you, I am one of them who watched it because I heard of how shit it was. And I needed to verify for myself because I'm not someone who will go off of the back of what even 90% of the people are saying. But I agree with those 90% in this instance. Moving on from the acting, even the screenplay is bad because these dialogues are not things real people say. Okay, so the story is by...
I love we've not even talked about like anything like substantial to the film.
No, we haven't. The story is by Riva Razdan Kapoor and the screenplay is by Ishita Moitra, Riva Razdan Kapoor and Jehan Handa. And I don't know how old these people are. I don't know who these people are, but I'm pretty sure they're not young people. And I need old people to stop writing young people's dialogues.
Oh my God, is this hello, how you do fellow kids?
Yes, because they don't know how young people talk, but they think they do. And then they try to talk how young people talk. And it's like...
No cap riz you up.
Right? And the thing is, so this film is set in Delhi. Like in rich kid Delhi land. And I'm not from rich kid Delhi land. But I do know people like that. Like people who the people in the film are meant to represent or be like. There are people like that in real life with that amount of wealth, with that amount of like power and influence and blah, blah, blah.
And
blah,
nothing
blah.
in their head.
And nothing in their head. They still don't talk like that. They still don't talk like that. So like they talk about things like that, but they don't talk like that. So I need them to stop it. And then going to the actual story, there is nothing there. Like I said, I enjoy a good rom-com. I don't mind rom-com tropes as well, as long as you do them well. There is no reason for me to believe in this film that the two main characters genuinely like each other than a bunch of songs of them longingly, and I'm doing air quotes around longing here, looking at each other or smiling when they're thinking about each other. I know that is the Bollywood way, but at least the old Bollywood movies showed us real stuff.
Yeah,
These new ones need to be... If why the older Bollywood rom-coms were good was because they were 3 fucking hours long, start making 3-hour movies. I don't care. I will watch them if they are good.
I think a 9-hour choice also just watch them regardless.
I do watch them regardless as well because once again, I want to be able to say for myself that this was bad.
Yes.
And so yeah, I think the story tries to do a lot of like, modern progressive things like having parents who, don't get along and that affecting the child and, destigmatizing divorce and, destigmatizing the fact that you can come from slightly like more disadvantaged backgrounds and want to like work your way up and even destigmatizing this idea of you only build yourself a better life if you grow abroad. which is the kind of mentality in a lot of elite circles, and not just elite circles, but like upper middle class circles as well.
Yeah.
That's the substance of the film. That's why the film could have been made better if they'd like hooked onto those. And
Yeah.
you can do that in rom-coms. Like a rom-com doesn't need to shy away from some of its dramatic elements. Like a rom-com's dramatic element doesn't need to be from a huge fight between
Yeah.
the two of them based off a misunderstanding. Like it can have a lot of serious elements and it
Yeah.
still be fun and
Oh, 100%.
an easy
Yeah.
watch, right? So I think it pokes the bear, but never fully commits to it. And I just, again, I've said this about so many Bollywood films. At
I think it
this
just pokes
point.
the air.
It's just poking the air around the bear. And what it ends up doing is the audience becomes the bear instead, and we just get angered. It's like, if you're going to poke me, poke me. And I think like so much of Bollywood is doing so well.
Yes.
Those aren't the films that are getting watched. And I say this
Also,
as
so
someone
much of Indian cinema as well,
Exactly.
outside of Bollywood.
outside of Bollywood, like there's so many sections of Indian cinema, so much regional cinema is so good. From Kerala, from Tamil Nadu, from Bengal, even from Gujarat and like Rajasthan and stuff. We have such good cinema. And I think I'm really happy with Bollywood leaving regional cinema alone. If the treatment it is going to give regional cinema is the treatment it is giving its own kind of cinema. But again, those films aren't being watched
Yeah.
by most people. And I'm one of the people who is like, I'm not saying I watch regional cinema all the time. I am talking about these mainstream Bollywood films because that's what I'm watching. I'm getting drawn in, I'm getting sucked into it. But I think it's important to watch all kinds of films so that we are able to hold Bollywood accountable and say
Yeah.
that, we don't want you to fuck with regional cinema because they're doing fine, but we also need you to, I don't know, pull up your bootstraps and do something else.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep doing this. I know they keep getting funded by Netflix, and I know Dharma is, the big bad /good /neutral. I don't know.
It's there.
It's just there, and it keeps
It's
making
big.
films. It's big and it keeps making films and it keeps funding films. They need to start funding other kinds of films because I know they have the money and I
Yeah.
know they can get financial backers. I think they need to be unafraid to step outside of certain zones. I think Nadania is just, it better be the tipping point. I don't want to see another one of those. Very, very honestly. And no offense to any of the people who are involved in the production
Yeah.
of this film. I am not speaking about their character. I am speaking purely about how they have made this film.
Yeah, the final product is
The
what you're
final
talking
product
about.
is what I'm talking about. And if that means I tell someone to stop acting or stop directing or stop writing, please,
Listen to Anai.
listen to me.
Yeah, so those are our thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. This podcast was produced solely by us with musical assets from Pixabay. If you like this, please do share and subscribe. See you again next time.
Bye.